This is what happens when you neglect your plants while you're away. Number one plant, Mom. She's been having her moment. But she's a pothos, so she'll push through. Hi. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever I decide to post this. Hey, what is up? How y'all doing? I'm definitely very late to be saying this, but I'll still say it. Happy New Year! I'm so excited to be filming this video because I actually filmed an identical video at the start of 2021, where basically I went over my New Year's resolutions I had at the beginning of the year and reflected to see if I actually achieved any of those resolutions. And the video ended with me making up new resolutions with also a new edition of a bucket list. So all in all, I would definitely rate 2021 a 9 out of 10. While it was a year of great loss personally, it was also a year of a lot of growth and character development. I experienced a lot of really big things in my life during this year. For example, I moved out for the first time. I definitely was able to do more things socially, and I learned that I'm totally an introvert and I have fully embraced the introvert life. So how the structure of this video is going to work is I'm gonna start the video off on a fun note and do a bit of a bucket list check for 2021 and highlighting a few of my favorite experiences that I've had. Then I will review all of my New Year's resolutions I made for myself in 2021 and whether they were successful, unsuccessful, and finally I will end this video on explaining my resolutions for 2022. So without further ado, let's get started. So for this first part of the video where I go over some of the stuff on my bucket list, I have to admit I definitely did not do everything on my bucket list, but I got a good amount of things done. Some of the smaller, I guess, more niche college things I was able to experience this year was I was able to go on the empty football stadium at my university, which was a lot of fun. Another niche university thing that I did was that I waded in the big fountain at my college. So if you didn't know, I go to the University of Maryland and we have this giant grassy area called McKeldin Mall, and in the center of the mall we have this giant fountain, and it's like a UMD tradition for students to go swimming in the fountain, which I did once. It was definitely very interesting. A relief to my feet, I will say, because I was walking around all day and my feet were very tired. But the two main experiences that I wanted to highlight in this bucket list segment was, for starters, I did go on a date in Washington, D.C., but it wasn't the type of date you would think. So right around Valentine's Day, I had just moved out and I was living on my own for the first time, and I wanted to do something special. So me and one of my best friends, Brandon, we went on a little friend date to D.C. All in all, a really wholesome, cute, fun experience. Hello everyone, today's Valentine's Day. So we're gonna be going to DC today. I thought it would be fun to take you guys along. This is the first time we'll be figuring out how to take the bus to go to the metro and all of that stuff together. So I thought it would be very exciting to take you guys along with me. This is Brandon.
And those length away.
We're waiting for our train. We don't know how long it's gonna take, but we made it. We better act up. We made it to like Chinatown, but then we started walking around for like a really long time. Isn't this cool? Whoa! Bucket list, but was definitely a highlight for the year was that this year I took my first ever solo trip to Austin, Texas to visit my cousin, and that trip was seriously so much fun. During that trip, I actually switched out my nose piercing to a nose ring, and I got my second piercing. Hi everyone. I'm in Austin right now. This is not my normal setup. This is my cousin's house. Hi! This is my cousin.
I'm Sheena.
And this is her doggy, Luca. Lulu. So we're going to the lake. And it's actually so nice outside. We thought it was gonna rain all weekend, but it's not.
Skies out, thighs out.
The whole fit?
The whole fit.
It's a moment.
My flowers made in your life, and I'm blooming by your side. You know, I've been waiting for too long. Yeah. 지금 right now, sunshine on the shoreline feels like a super trooper. Is this the Truman Show right now? 너가 제일 좋아하는 음악을 들려줘. 이 노래 말고 어디서 본 듯한 익숙한 눈빛과 내 맘은 떨려와 난 멈출 수 없어 햇빛이 비추는 날 우리 만나.
Okay, so in this next part of the video, I'm going to go over all of my 2021 resolutions and which ones I was actually able to achieve versus the ones that might have been fails. So let's start this off on a good note and go over like the basic resolutions that I was able to achieve this year. I've actually split them up into two sections, one just being miscellaneous resolutions and then the other being a much more general, larger section. For starters, I was able to try new things socially, which was a lot of fun and definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone a bit, but all in all, they've all been learning lessons and great experiences to have. Another miscellaneous resolution success was that I've been able to stay academically motivated throughout my spring semester and my fall semester, not only maintain a high GPA, but I was also able to improve my GPA, which is something I'm really proud of for myself. I definitely think it's been a lot easier to stay academically motivated because the more and more I dive deeper and deeper into my studies and into my major specifically, the more I fall in love with it. The second general umbrella or section of resolution wins has definitely been a change in my mindset. So the actual resolutions were to set higher standards for myself, feel more confident, and stop setting unrealistic expectations for myself. These general successes have just been a change in my mindset and a change in my confidence. I've really grown more into the person that I'm becoming this year through the experiences that I've had. For example, during this past semester, I joined the boxing club and I wanted to challenge myself a little bit more with it, so I tried out for the competitive boxing team and I made it onto the team. I loved it from like the first 1 to 2 weeks, but slowly after that honeymoon phase faded, I started getting a lot more anxious about the practices and it started stressing me out a lot more. I had to devote a lot more time to a team and an activity that I wasn't fully passionate about. So I ended up quitting the competitive boxing team because it just wasn't as fulfilling as I wanted it to be, and it was just stressing me out too much. Now that all of that positive mushy-gushy stuff is out of the way, time to talk about the resolutions that I failed. I would say with all of these resolutions, the reasoning behind why I failed them all fall under the same general categories. The failed resolutions were growing my YouTube channel, getting into working out, and journaling more. I would say the main reason why I wasn't able to keep up with these goals throughout the year was that I didn't set quantifiable goals for myself to hold myself accountable throughout the year. Another thing that really caused me to not feel motivated to achieve these goals was that I just kept on getting discouraged sometimes, especially with working out and making more videos. So on to the final part of this video where I will be talking about my resolutions for 2022. This year I'm really trying to focus on not only have more quantifiable goals, but also build up routines and stick to them. So these resolutions are as follows: post more videos on my YouTube channel, become more active on my Instagram, and make a TikTok account and be active on that, journal twice a month, get back into sewing and doing more thrift flips, reading for fun, and getting back into working out. So my main focus for my goals in 2022 fall under two categories and umbrellas. One is that I want these goals to be quantifiable. So for example, with my goal of making more YouTube videos, I want to make at least 24 videos in the year, which would equate to 2 videos a month, but I'm aiming for 30 videos in the year. Or for my resolution of reading more books, I want to read at least 12 books in the year. Another aspect about these resolutions that I'm trying to prioritize for myself is to create a routine. For example, with working out, instead of just being like getting into working out, fitness goals, I have this goal for myself where I want to work out at least 3 times a week and develop a workout routine that works for me. So that was my 2022 rendition of reflecting and resetting for the new year. I know January is like more than halfway done, and that's okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it all the way to this part of the video, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And just thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you like my content and personality, or if you just like my face, please hit that big red subscribe button. Okay, I think that's all I have for today. Okay, bye.